Hey, what's happening, fellows? We're here in the lab at M2C Racing, and today we got another episode of How Did They Do That? We're going to be working on the M2C 3082 TALION rear center brace. We got to beef this thing up for extreme bashing. Come along with us on this journey. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that join button and join the M2C test team and help us get these parts tested out and developed. So let's get to it. Let's get on scanning this stuff. We should be warmed up by now. I guess we got version 20. I'm trying this angle here. I don't know if that's going to be very good. We'll find out. We're fixing to learn. If it's not, I'll cut it out and I'll redo it again. But I got to get this stuff done. See, I can't see that very well. I can see the line. But you see, the sides are very important on this stuff here. Anyway, let's just get it going. There we go. You see how we got the little green thing going? Okay, so I finished with the processing. I didn't want to bore you guys with all that. So we'll go, let's see. So we got a pretty decent model out of it. That's actually a nice model. The thing does make really nice models. So, of course I didn't get the other side. The sides look good, and that's what I need for the profile. Looks like I got a pretty good set of holes there for positioning. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. Let's get on the next one. Oh, we didn't finish processing this one. We got to get scan out of it though. Looks pretty nice. Let's go back to this one. Let's construct some planes. This is a flat plane. Not quite ready for this guy yet. I got my little modelers ready there. Let's create a plane here. There. Brush size 1 millimeter. Let's get a good plane on this guy. Okay. Good plane. Alright, now let's get a good plane on this guy. Should be able to do it from there. Plane. Okay, so we got two good planes there. Let's go and we'll align it. Okay, so I always forget, I think it's XOYO for that one. Let's go with YZ. No. Plane 1 is going to be that one. Let's align with. Let's go here. Let's go with YZ. Let's go here and align it with X and Y. Now let's see. Yeah, it's not bad. You know, I only use this thing every couple of months, so I'm going to take that. And so, looking at this rear brace, now I've already got the Creighton V6 rear brace, which I've already done. I've already figured out how to get the nut on top of it and everything. And we got this thing scanned. Now I did go out into the shop. I set it up on a 246 block that way, and I set it up on a 246 block that way, and got the actual numbers for this hole. Because as you can see, when we bring scan data in, it's not that great. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good, but it's not that great. Because see how it kind of falls off into the bottom of the holes there. So, and of course I measured these holes, because these two holes that angle to this hole is what's critical on this brace. So what I did is, now I did go ahead and do a slice so I can get the basic geometry of this thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, and I am going to be able to do a little trimming right here and get this thing into a 1-inch block, which is good because 1.25 inch, I mean, we're getting into some seriously expensive material. 70-75 is expensive, bottom line. But the 1-inch block, at least we didn't have to go to a 1.250 block. The 1-inch block, I think it's very expensive. I think 4 feet of it is about $500 right now. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and go over to the Creighton V6 file, all right, because we've already got this foot geometry. I don't know if you already have my Creighton V6 brace. There's room to put a nut right here. Okay, that's what that circle represents, as a nut. And here's the geometry where the drive shaft passes through. So we've already got all that done. So what we're going to do is we're gonna bring the TALION geometry into this file. Well, I'll save this in the TALION file because it's the Creighton V6, like I said. We're going to save this into the TALION directory, and then we're going to blend these two parts together. I'm going to create some new profile geometry, and we'll make a nice part. I got this TALION brace scan in, and as you can see, it'll barely fit in a 1-inch cube. But I tell you, I'm a little more than a little concerned about the length on this thing. Oh, we'll thicken it up some. Maybe come in like that, as opposed to having this little foot right here. But we still gotta have, I'm gonna bring it in like that so we can put a nut on the top of it. It's an awful long brace. Wish it had a step on it, but I wouldn't want to have to ask the guys, you know, like a leg like the Sledge has, but I wouldn't want to have to ask the guys to drill a hole in their chassis. But I don't know, I think it'd be too involved, and not a lot of people would want to do all that. Guys, they're making Creighton rear braces on the machine now. So what I was talking about yesterday in the other videos, I brought in the Notorious out, I forget what they're calling it now, Notorious, I think. So I brought in the Notorious center brace, the new monster one, and I laid it on top of this one, and I aligned it in relationship to the lower holes right here, right? Makes sense? And then I'm going to take this shape, which I've already confirmed that we can get a nut on top. And this foot right here, we've already confirmed that we can get a nut on top of that. So I'm going to take that foot and incorporate it into this long brace. And hopefully I'm going to be able to get this done in time before they tear the setup down, and we don't have to do double setups. So let's go. So I played around with it. I made it 3/4 thick, 9mm thick. I made it 3/4 width, I guess you'd call it. That's what we're looking at. There's our path for the drive shaft. So just so you can see how much better I beefed it up. Let's go look at. That's the M2C. So let's turn the shading off, and here is the original. What an improvement that's going to be. It's going to be super nice. Let's get one printed and get it on the truck. Good morning, guys. We're here in the shop this morning. Look at the little present Michael left us. I had to be out of the office yesterday, out of the shop, office, whatever you want to call it. And Michael ran the first part of the TALION. Looks pretty nice. Let's go see if it fits on the truck. Woohoo! Check out that sexy brace. Let's see if it came out like we want it to. So let's get some light on the subject. All right. Now this time I'm going to be quiet so that I can fast forward through all this. So we need, let's get, all my wrenches are over here.
let's get this sucker moving. Okay, so we are gonna need to a little hack to get it out there that I learned doing this. All right, looking pretty good. You know, the plastic is very forgiving, so if I miss, it's definitely going to show up in the aluminum. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. A little hack there to get your stuff lined up. All right. Now, something that we are going to need to do, because this is a test pit, is put the top brace on. Oh, gonna need to put the top brace on, because if the rear top brace length isn't, if it's just flopping in the wind like that, if the rear top brace is just flopping in the wind, so we're gonna put on 3084, which we've already verified is right. Oh, let's see how she's gonna do. All right. Put this in. I think it actually comes in from the other side. I know this one does. Okay, got that. We got that. Now that's in. So now the chassis is stabilized, and let's see if we landed on it just right. How about that, guys? Hopefully you guys are focused right in on that. Landed dead nuts. Heck yeah. All right. So now we also have to verify our angles, because some guys like to install these things what I consider doing it backwards, but people gonna do what they're gonna do. And because I believe that you should always install everything. What happened there? I wonder if, is that the right screw that came out of that brace, and is that bolt threaded too short? Let's see. Yeah, that bottomed out. We got to increase the depth of that hole. Maybe I missed on the hole depth. Looks like it. We can increase the depth of that hole, no problem though. It's only a couple thou short, but we'll get to it here in a second. We only made one or two pieces, I think. I wasn't here, and he ran the prototypes, and looks like he did a good job. He always does. But I wasn't here to make any adjustments, so we got plenty of clearance. The adjustment he made on the 3/8 end mill when we passed by there is wrong. So maybe we need to definitely take a look at that, because that's way more clearance than the sample. See what it should look like. They were a little confused about that cut yesterday, and I was busy with some life stuff, so they took it upon themselves to change the dimension that the cutter was going to. And that's okay. You know what I mean? I'd rather them take the initiative. Oh, can you guys see? We are dead nuts, man. That's perfect. Perfect. All right. Let's adjust that tap depth and make some parts. Oh yeah. That's kind of the way I wanted to start my Friday right there.
All right, so I'm one-handed right now, but we got a nice part. You can see we got our clearance dialed in. We're looking good. We got the finishes cleaned up. So I'm gonna put it on and see where we're at. All right, so we got it dialed in, fellas. It's hard to see the clearance. And you got to keep in mind that quit focusing on my finger. And you got to keep in mind that the drive shaft is also bulged in the middle, so keep that in mind too. Let's see if we can get around and let's see if we can get a shot in here. Oh, let's see.
Oh, it doesn't want to focus on. Oh, there it goes. How nice is that, guys? Oh, how nice is that? Looking real good. That's what we want. Trying to get a shot here. We're looking great, guys. Let's do this.